morning, ladies and gentlemen. Congregation, you are watching the Sunday Rise, presented by the Sideline Junkies in conjunction with Clear Production Sports. I am the boss, BJ. To the I hate the word bottom, to the lower half of the screen is the Midnight Rider, and the show's host is the big guy KG. Good morning, fellas. How are you doing?
Good morning, man. What's going on, man?
Good morning. Hope everybody's feeling good this morning. I'm doing well.
Listen. I finally understand how Bill Murray felt in Groundhog Day, waking up to the same day over and over again. I got that feeling right now. Alarm went off, and I'm just like, I could hear the song. I got you, babe. I want to throw the phone across the room.
Oh man.
Nah, that's it. That's facts. I mean, it's like I wake up now and I just know what the days are by like when I wake up. So like tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up at like 6:30 and just be wide awake. I'll get to work close to on time. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Monday. I know Tuesday. And then when Wednesday happens, Wednesday's a free for all. And then Thursday, you know what you gotta hear. Thursday night, throw that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna say this. It's Sunday. I pretty much overslept this morning. I was so tired. I had a headache last night. I went to sleep. I didn't plug my phone up, so my phone died in the middle of the night. So yeah, no alarm this morning. I woke up. I was like, I'm getting an unusual amount of sleep. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:36. I need to get up.
Ding, 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 ding. That's sad. You can't even. I miss the days of not having that red flag, that alarm going off, because you're like, man, it seems like I'm sleeping a long time. What's going on? And you go hit the phone. The phone's not working. You go find out what time it is, and now it's Home Alone trying to get to the airport.
Omaha.
Mm-hmm. I miss those days where you just woke up whenever you woke up and was like, all right, what we doing today?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't had one of those in God knows when.
You ain't the only one.
I think Sundays are the only day or the closest day to me being able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean Monday through Friday work, Saturday go get the kid. Yeah.
Look at them showing off. Monday through Friday work week. The nerve.
Oh, my bad.
I wish.
I apologize, sir.
No, but the
privilege.
Let me see. Sunday's the only day. And the thing is, we can say, all right, we're gonna take off for this holiday, that holiday. No, I ain't gotta get up. I can't sleep past 9:30. On Saturday, I can't sleep past 7:00.
Body condition.
Up, but I just don't get out of bed.
Yep. I know it. And I hate that because on my days off, I don't even have to get up at 6 or 7 o'clock. But for some reason, on my days off, my body wants to wake up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, look, no, dude, we got plenty of time to lay back down and rest. Like, come on, like,
Well, let's jump off in this thing, fellas. The NBA Finals are set. I got a name for Jack too, so we got to get Jack in here on Tuesday. Since he's a Celtics fan, we need to hear what he's saying. We need to find a Mavericks fan, a true Mavericks fan, not a bandwagon rider, not a Cowboy fan that's saying I support everything Dallas. Need a true blue Mavericks fan, and they got to pass the test. If you can't tell me who Brad Davis is and Rolando Blackman and what year Derek Harper played with the Mavericks, you can't be a Mavericks fan. If you wasn't there for Reunion Arena, I don't want to talk to you.
So what if the person's 25? They couldn't have been there for Reunion Arena.
Whose problem is that?
Yo, we got it. I'm telling you, BJ,
Huh?
We gotta do the commercial, bro. We gotta do the commercial.
He said, "Whose problem is that?" Oh my goodness!
Matty
Oh,
Ice, he says, why is the series not starting until Thursday? I guess they was expecting it all to go 7. But
NBA is
yeah,
always. But the funny thing is, everybody's up in arms. But
every year
it's the same thing every year with the NBA.
it is.
It's set. It's just like the Super Bowl. Don't nobody complain that you gotta wait 2 weeks for the Super Bowl.
I do.
Oh God, here we go. I get you see now some toddler wearing Dallas Mavericks gear and KG.
You ain't no real fan. You ain't no
Who's
real
Randall
fan.
Blackman? Kaka Cuckoo. Who's Derek Copper? Kaka Cuckoo.
What was the Triple J Ranch? What was the Triple J Ranch?
Oh man.
Da.
Antonio Booth say that's that old man alarm clock. Yeah, that'll wake you up at 6 a.m. like you supposed to be daggone snapping daggone string beans, man.
Man, look.
Now you're definitely telling your age right there. Snapping string beans.
Man, that's a lost art and a pastime. I wish I could go back to do it. I've been asking my wife, can we do it for the longest?
Snapping string beans and peeling potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Matty Ice says NHL does the same stupid thing and I hate it. Hey, you get that long layoff before the finals.
But we gotta think about dates. When we talk about dates, we're talking about arenas. I mean, you're the guy that wanted to have a 3-in-1 arena. So you can't have a 3-in-1 arena if you don't have dates set out and separated for certain occasions.
Yeah, but
and that's why this thing has to go till Thursday.
And said 3-in-1 arena, only thing that would conflict at this time of year would have been
hockey,
the hockey and basketball. But at this present point, we'll talk about it later on in the show. The Wizards are not walking through that door in June.
Don't matter. We still got a plan for it.
We'll talk about that later. Fellas, BJ, I'll let BJ give his prediction on the finals because he won't be here on Tuesday. He won't be back until Thursday. And Thursday will be probably an abbreviated show because game 1 starts at 8:30.
Game 1's coverage starts at 8:30. That tip-off ain't going to be till 9:15, knowing ABC.
Quite possibly. But I'll say this, and then I'll cover a story out of the finals. But
ooh,
BJ, Mavericks, Celtics. Game 1 Thursday. I plan on watching every game.
I get to watch game 1. Okay.
Yes. So, what do you think about this series? What's your feelings on this series?
Feelings, nothing more than feelings.
I'm leaning with the Mavericks on this one. I think this is going to be a 7-game series. I think Mavs in 7. Here's where, we talked about, and everybody's kind of saying the same thing about Boston. It's like, until y'all hold up the Larry O'Brien trophy, what y'all doing doesn't matter. They're about to, I say this, and I'm not trying to be funny. If they lose this, they become the Buffalo Bills of the NBA. It is what it is. If they lose this one, they become the Buffalo Bills of the NBA. I'm not so much worried with Boston about the role players and the support players. I'm more concerned if Tatum and Brown are going to step up. I say it all the time. This is when you need your top guys to play lights out. But I just don't. I hope I'm wrong. I don't really have a dog in the show. I would like to see the Mavericks win because I love Luka. I love the way they playing. But if Boston win, the only thing I hate about that is you're gonna get the I've always been a Boston fan. People coming out the closet and posting the Boston logo on their page. I don't want to see that. But Mavs in 7. That's where I'm going. Mavs in 7. And like I said, if that happens, you have to break that team up. You have to break that band up in Boston.
I think it's amazing when the finals of most leagues come up. Besides, it might happen in hockey, but I don't remember it happening in hockey. But it's always amazing how people will all of a sudden pick teams. They do it for the Super Bowl. They do it for the finals. They'll even do it for the college finals. And all of a sudden, somebody that you didn't know even liked basketball, suddenly they're a fan of the Celtics or a fan of the Mavericks, because Kyrie went to grade school with their cousin, baby mama's best friend's uncle, niece's nephew, aunt's boyfriend. So they like family, and it's crazy. But for me, I think BJ really covered the whole the nooks and crannies of the series. It's really comes down to Boston has to win this to save their team, their franchise. But if they don't, then they become a book note or a side note in history, because they do in fact become Buffalo-esque. They do become Minnesota Vikings-esque. They become the team that they become Susan Lucci. They become the bridesmaid, whatever the girl's name in 27 Dresses is. I think that's my second 27 Dresses references in like 3 shows. But whatever her name is, it's like you become that person. It's no longer about your legacy. It's about how can you save your legacy. And Tatum's in a unique place because he's at that age where he's 28. So this is when your legacy has to get defined. This is when you start building the stacks in your case for being the greatest ever, or trying to build a case to say that you're one of the greatest ever. And he has to do something now to lay claim to that. And with all that said, I would love for Boston to get 18. You just don't know it. It's in my heart. I just feel like the Celtics 18 championships would define them in a special. Hell no. We want the Mavs in 6. Let's get them out of here, baby. My bad.
You heard it here first from the man that bleeds purple and gold. I'm sorry, is it Form Blue?
Yeah, it's Form Blue.
Form Blue. Our historian of the show.
Mavs in 6. Why are we talking the whole conversation on mute?
Are you really doing the mute thing this morning?
We're doing mute already.
Yeah.
We got to start a fine bucket for the mute button for you. Good God.
I'm going to say this. You have fans, and I believe, everybody tries to put a dog in the fight to have something to root for, especially when your team is not there. But then you have people that will jump out with, if Boston wins, they'll jump out with Boston shirts that they done pulled out of their granddaddy's closet. Talking about, man, I've been a Boston fan since the 80s, dog. I used to work with a guy. When I met him, he told me, I've been a Laker fan since I was a kid in the 70s because of Kareem.
Oh, okay.
As the years go on, he was a Laker fan. Lakers were in the midst of their three-peat. He was heard about the loss in 2004. He's like, we'll be back. When Shaq got traded, he left the Lakers and went to Miami. He became a Miami Heat fan. The Heat won, then the Heat didn't win anymore. So LeBron comes into the picture, and then all of a sudden he's a Cleveland fan. LeBron goes to Miami, he's a Miami fan. LeBron goes back to Cleveland, he's a Cleveland fan. LeBron goes to LA, he's an LA fan. And I'm like, that's a kind of a crazy way to get right back to where you started. But you're going to have bandwagon hoppers. You're going to have bandwagon riders. I can't stand them myself. And I believe if you are a fan of a team and you call yourself a diehard, but you can't name anything about that team, I can't bang with you. You know, if I see a kid in the Dallas Mavericks, what was the Dallas Mavericks ABA name? What was the name? What was the name? So, you know.
BJ, we got to do the commercial. That's all I'm saying.
Mama, I don't know this man.
Liberty Mutual.
What's crazy is I did that to a Wizards fan once. And they got mad at me and told me I was lying. Because I said, before they were the Bullets, what were they called? He was like, they always been the Bullets. I said, no, they weren't. I said, they were the Zephyrs. Man, they ain't never been called no Zephyrs. I said, yeah, they started in Chicago. No, they didn't. Okay. I said, but you're a Wizard fan, though, huh? You don't sit down and read your team's history? Man, that shit ain't true. Oh, okay. I can never talk sports with you.
Because you don't know the team's name from 1852 after Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
I know. I can tell you nearly every coach in Chicago Bulls history.
Okay.
I can tell you the announcers at old Chicago State. I'm talking about radio announcers. I'm talking about sideline arena announcers. Like I could tell you all of that about the Bulls because I'm a diehard. Like that's my team.
I don't think that's ever coming up in a quiz. Like I don't see Jeopardy asking you, who were the Chicago Zephyrs and what is their team name now? What is? I don't know.
Hey man, when I was a kid, I used to imitate Ray Clay.
Who?
That was the announcer. That was the arena announcer for the Chicago Bulls. I used to imitate Ray Clay.
Shout out to Ray Clay for being mentioned on a sports podcast, probably for the first time in his life, besides the one with his name on it.
I'm just saying. It's things you got to know, man. Antonio Boone said, do you guys think Porzingis can nullify those 2 7-footers the Mavs have? If he's healthy, I think he'll help, but I don't think he'll nullify. Gentlemen?
I think that's exactly what it is. I think he'll help because they need something. Because the way the bigs for Indiana scored, and for some reason the Indiana bigs just didn't want to show up. They should have averaged 30. They should have had 30 apiece with Al Horford trying to guard them. Can't guard me, Al Horford.
That's when you know what type of players you got. When you got to upgrade that, just like Cat should have been dominating his matchup. So you find out who your dogs are when you got preferable matchups. But when you say nullify, we talking about like defensively?
Yeah. Or offset them on the offense end. So if he gives up 26, he's scoring 26.
I think if he's healthy, we talk about that on the offensive end. You know, I don't see him, having no big impact on the defensive end. I don't think they really need him to have a big impact on the defensive end. On the defensive end. You think so? I think they need more. I don't know. I think it's because I've seen this record over and over again. And to me, this record is coming to the finals super glued together and black tape together. I'm just waiting for the game Jaylen Brown has 7 points or Tatum has 17. I'm waiting for that. And that's what I'm saying. They have to come to this stage and prove it to me. Now,
that'll be game 2 when I bet on Tatum to have 30 and Jaylen Brown to have 25. They'll both have 7 and 17.
And Porzingis have 42.
Yes, Porzingis hit 8 threes, score 42, and Al Horford or what's the guard, the backup guard, Pritchard, he'll have 30. That's how it'll go for me.
And I don't want to seem like I'm taking a shit on Boston. I don't hate Boston or anything. the guys that are here have been here and they've laid eggs. That's all I'm saying. So I think if it's Porzingis it's on the offensive end, I'm not gonna say he's dog shit on defense, but like I need him to score. If he scores 15, 20, if he's healthy, you might be talking about Boston in 5. Because it's like who on the Mavericks is going to deal with that, and Tatum and Brown and whoever else comes to the party, for that particular game.
I remember having this post. It was during one of the Cleveland series where Dellavedova was guarding somebody. It might have been in the conference finals, but it's around this time. So I know it's going to surface if it hasn't already surfaced in my mentions on Facebook. But I was like, yo, I can't go home to my boys telling them that some dude named Dellavedova or Dellavedana or whatever his name was held me under 30 points. Like I gotta score 30 out of principle because I gotta show my face around my buddies. And I'm talking about my boys. Like it would be like KG having to come back and explain to you, BJ, why some dude named like Serge Wicker kept him under 25 points. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of relationship. And when I think about Porzingis, I don't see him being a stopper, and I don't see Gafford. Again, I didn't call him Doritos. Gafford and PJ Washington and Lively. I keep wanting to call him Blake Lively after the actress, but it's Lively. I think it's mostly because he went to Duke, so I want to kind of call him never mind. But it's those two guys make the Mavericks work, and I think Porzingis can impact that just by being 7 feet. You know what I'm saying? He can disrupt some of the lobs, and he can be a disruptor when it comes to Luka and Kyrie getting to the paint. But I think, honestly, I'm taking the Mavs in 6, and I got Kyrie winning the MVP.
No lateral movement.
Let me backtrack a little bit because I misspoke. I misspoke about the Mavericks and the ABA. I confused the Mavericks with the San Antonio Spurs. Mavericks came in the league in 80. Spurs were the Dallas Chaparrals in the ABA when they first started, not the Mavericks. I apologize.
We can't have this. This is a travesty. This is a Travis-Shan mockery. Get your stuff together, KG.
Am I not allowed?
If you wanna, no, I don't know. Because if you ain't say nothing, I would have just took it as gospel.
No. Antonio Boone said if Kyrie ran those moccasins, I'm trying to get a pair of those. It's a wrap. It's done.
What? Talking about them Air Cherokee Wind Night Hawk specials.
Hey, one thing about me is I love me a good pair of Kyries.
The moccasins fire, dog. Because I'm gonna cook you, and I cook you in some moccasins. And some moccasins?
You got cooked over open flame.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's bad. That's when you get the old thing you write on stone and you write that person's name on the court that they're banned. You can never come back to this court. It's a name plaque on the ground, and your name is number 1. Got burnt in moccasins. Go home.
Man, that's gonna be hieroglyphics in a cave somewhere, dog. Like, what? You dogged me in moccasins? Like I just elbowed this dude for no reason. Just what happened? You wear moccasins, dog.
It's little pieces, the little strands. They all over the court and stuff. You're shedding while you're playing basketball.
Hey.
Matty Ice says Celtics in 6. And he also says, not sure that it's totally fair. Example, Wayne Gretzky was my favorite player ever. So when he got traded to LA, I rooted for the Kings. St. Louis, same. And yes, when he was a Ranger, I cheered for them. It's different.
That's totally different.
It's different because you weren't bandwagon hopping to the teams that were in the championship. This cat was bandwagon hopping. He went from the Lakers and their 3-peat run, talking about how he was a Laker fan. Then he went from that to Miami. Then after Miami, he ran. Who won it? I think he went back to the Lakers he was a Celtics fan in 08. And I'm like, dog, how are you a Celtics fan if you've been a Laker fan your whole life? How do you even cheer for the Celtics? Like, that's like me cheering for the Knicks. And like, yeah, I'm orange and blue through and through. No. That's totally different, man.
If you're not doing anything at 7 o'clock today, Stanford versus UCLA, women's softball, College World Series, torch. That's the game to watch. Just letting you know now.
And Xavier checking in. Everybody makes mistakes, so he can be wrong at times.
Oh, the kid taking up for his daddy. Oh.
Before we get off this NBA Finals topic, I said something in the Sideline Junkies 24/7 group on Facebook. If you're not a member, please join. I said I hope that all this praise that's coming towards Kyrie Irving and everybody saying how great of a player he is and how well he's doing, I said I hope the apologies is just as loud as the disrespect. Midnight Rider said that'll never happen. It's happened.
No, because what everybody's doing now is
no. Literal apology. Stephen A. Smith was one.
I mean, he don't count because he's doing it for clicks.
He still needed.
Oh no! I will not let you say Stephen A. is saying something genuine in this moment.
No,
he has no genuine bone in his body.
Let me finish.
Stephen A. will say anything the producer tells him. It's what's my guy from Anchorman?
Ron Burgundy.
Ron, if you put it on teleprompter, he's going to say it. Stephen A. is going to say it if it's on the teleprompter. I don't accept that. What I do accept, I'm gonna say this now, is I'm gonna give you your flowers because you have always been in Kyrie's corner the whole time all this has gone on. And I think one of the things the media fails to do sometimes is realize that life happens. And the kid talked about dealing with death, dealing with some other things. As BJ is about to go Super Saiyan, so let me get this point out real quick before his hair turns blonde. It's just a thing where, as we grow, we don't always know the moments in between our growth of like who we're becoming. So at times when death happens in our lives, you have this struggle where you're trying to find who you are. And I don't mean to get all philosophical, but I'm gonna be a little philosophical. So I think that's the case right now. And go ahead, KG. I'll let you finish your point.
This is why I say that. I think JoJo said for what? And I said, well, the hoops they made him jump through over the movie reference, because he said, hey, it's a movie on Amazon Prime. You guys should check it out. Oh, he's been anti-Semitic and he got suspended from the NBA, lost his Nike contract, lost millions of dollars because he said, check out a movie. And I said it right here on this very show that is unfair to say, oh, well, check out this movie and judge for yourself is what he said. He didn't say, hey, go check out my movie because this is the truth. And he said, go judge for yourself. And I'll never respect the Brooklyn Nets owner. I don't even know his name because I ain't got no respect for him. You made this 10-point list of what he had to do to be reinstated because you're Jewish and you felt that he wronged you because he said something about a movie that's on Amazon Prime. Now, on the flip side, if the movie was so troubling and anti-Semitic, why did the movie go from $2 on Amazon Prime to $54 and it stayed on Amazon Prime? Why was that same movie 2 years prior shown in the movie theaters? I remember Shaq came out talking about, oh, this is just wrong. Why would you do that? But your movie theaters that you own, Shaq, showed that movie. People turned into hypocrites because it was the bandwagon they wanted to hop on and you want to hate Kyrie. I refused to. When it was the whole COVID-19 thing, everybody talking about players not taking a shot, how selfish you are and everything. Look at everything that came out with that. Everything that came out, everybody bashed people. And I said, don't bash people because of what you think. Their body, their choice. What they eat does not make you shit. I stood up for Bradley Beal, which I don't do often. because he said he wasn't taking a shot. Oh, Bradley Beal don't need to play. He's doing this. He's doing that. Same thing with Kyrie. What they do is not your business. What they do in personal lives is not your business. And I think that every piece of disrespect that was thrown at Kyrie Irving's way about what his choices were in his life, about him saying, hey, look at this and choose for yourself, make your own decisions, make your own choices, give your own opinions. They crucified him for it. That disrespect that they showed him, the apology need to be just as loud from everybody in the media. Shaq, Chuck, Stephen A., and it need to be sincere. Don't jump on the bandwagon now because he in the finals with the Mavericks and he playing good ball. It need to be a sincere apology. I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been holding on to that for a couple of days now.
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad.
I've been holding on to it because it's unfair, man. It's supposed to be freedom of speech. It's supposed to be the land of the free, right? I'm supposed to be able to say what I want about my opinion. But when you state your opinion, you're crucified for it.
Ask Harrison Buckner.
Hey, ask Colin Kaepernick. Harrison Buckner.
Oh, yeah, I knew we was. Boy, do you have, like, are you on the payroll? Like, every time, do you get a paycheck every time you mention Colin Kaepernick?
No.
I'm just curious.
But I feel he was treated unfair as well.
Okay, I mean, I understand that, but it's yeah.
Just saying, man. Just saying. Got a couple Wizards questions for you guys. And BJ, you being a Wizard fan, looking at some things, looking at this, Brian Keefe's the coach now. He's not the interim. I made a statement last night in our chat, and I said the Wizards may need to sign some veterans that's out there that's free agents. And I threw some names out there. I said, if IT's available, go sign IT, get him back in DC.
Nobody want Webster. Why are you signing Webster?
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You sign IT, you go get a Boogie Cousins, who just won Finals MVP in a foreign league. I can't remember the league right now. But you go get Kemba Walker. You go get guys that can play still, but they're veterans, just to put some veteran leadership on this team, because you can't follow behind Jordan Poole. These young guys can't follow behind Jordan Poole. He's not a leader. Kyle Kuzma, I thought he would be more of a leader because he was in the Laker way, but no. You need some guys that are solid veteran leaders that'll get this locker room shaped up. 1-2 year deals. You're not going to win very many games the next couple of years. So you got to build some sort of foundation. And that was my question. Would you get some veteran leadership here from some of those guys? Or am I half cocked and off my rocker? Thanks for taking my call. I'll hang up and listen.
I want no parts of whatever that first half of your statement was, because I don't want to deal with that. That's just not. IT Webster not doing. DeMarcus Cousins, what does he want? Not doing. Who else you got? Who else you have? Come on, give me the names.
Kemba Walker.
Yeah, Kemba. That's sports. That's sports. I'd rather have IT than Kemba. No, I'm not wasting my time. You're giving me veterans that don't do anything, haven't won anything. So what am I going to teach my guys? How to be more selfish? The only one I wouldn't even recognize IT, but I understand that IT issue was he tore up his hip and he sacrificed his hip and his career to help Boston try to make that run. But unfortunately, no, it's a no. I even said it when he was playing in Boston. When he was shining in Boston, if you were on my Facebook and you were one of my friends, I said we attacking Webster, because that's what I used to call him. I called him Webster. Webster or Gary Coleman, whatever one you want to do, that's what I called him. Because there's no way, again, like I can't go home to my neighborhood or to my friend group and you telling me that Isaiah Thomas guarded me and I ain't come home with 30. I can't do that. I just can't. Like, Webster can't guard me, and even though we the same height, So maybe I'm calling myself Webster, but it's just no. That dude can't. Those guys can't guard me for a whole series, and then for the fact that you want them to be leaders in the clubhouse, no, you better off with Jordan Poole. You better off with Drew. I mean, not Drew Gooden. What's the dude from Duke? Carlos Boozer. You better him with his hair grease but not hair grease. It wasn't hair grease.
It was Beijing.
It wasn't Beijing. That was a shoe parlor's hairline.
Yeah, that was paint.
Yeah, they heated the Beijing up, stirred it up.
No. You know the stuff they put down on the driveway after they redo your driveway. That's what that was.
Yeah, I mean that dude probably had he probably somewhere getting fitted for some dreads right now. He gonna be like that dude. What's his name? Was it AJ from 106.7 106 Park or whatever? Yeah. It's no, man. I done got off my point because I didn't went too far. But no, it's unnecessary for this team to have. I think their coaching staff and their staff itself will blend them in to the right ways of what they're doing. So they don't need to go get a fake veteran to fill out this team because, unfortunately, the veterans in this league, they didn't learn from anybody. So the vets aren't even good vets. If I have to say it that way, like you don't have, I'll steal a line from Rick Pitino. Like Moses Malone ain't walking through that door no more to teach a rookie like Charles Barkley why he don't need to have 8 cars. You know what I'm saying? Why you only can drive one.
You're too fat, young fella. You're out of shape.
You know what I'm saying? You out of shape. You too fat. All of that. Like you don't have these. You don't have that no more. Right now, an NBA veteran, the dude 25, and I don't know. He probably looking at Sexy Red, trying to baby her up. I don't know, but it's just I just don't think vets are a thing anymore. I think we live in a world where vets don't exist. The good vets don't exist, and if they are, they're on the teams that are in the playoffs right now. They're not going to a Wizards team to sit and watch this team lose 55 ball games or 50 ball games. Go ahead, BJ. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I think, and we always make a joke about the old man shaking his fist at the clouds. And I think the vets have changed in the league. Now, the guys that were mentioned, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. It's a difference between leadership and then arrogance and just being loud. It's a big difference, right? And like the Midnight Rider said, I can sympathize with IT situation, but at the same time, you're a defensive liability on the floor. You bring somebody in here, they got to be solid. They don't have to be a 20-point guy, but they have to be solid. The guys have to respect them. Now, the vets of yesteryear, those are gone, but you have new vets, which are probably guys that may be a couple years older than the guys you have on the team that can relate to these guys. That's why you're getting younger coaches now that can help relate to your younger players. So I'm not going to completely wash out anybody, but I mean, if you listen to certain podcasts with NBA players of the past, you see their mentality. A lot of these guys aren't winners. They don't have a winner mentality. And I won't name
520.
Huh?
Jeff Teague.
Yeah, Jeff Teague. Yeah, I wasn't gonna name them names. Like these guys, you want guys like that to come in here? All they're gonna do is collect a check, party.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching these guys anything, and unfortunately, the Wizards they're in a unique situation where it's so much wrong.
But they're in the right spot, though.
They're in the right spot, but it's just so much wrong. And a veteran, you have to weed out Jordan Poole.
I think he'll conform.
I think he'll be gone draft night.
And I
think because you can't get nothing for him.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be gone trade deadline because I always say, even if you have a talent that's underperforming, we've seen it over and over again where another team might be willing to give him a fresh start. He's not going to do that, even though the Lakers got bounced. He's not going to do that under LeBron James. Yeah, and people can say what they want about LBJ. He's not going to do what he's doing in the Wizards in LA. He's not going to do that. He didn't do it in Golden State. If you send him to the Knicks, he's not going to do that stuff. He's not going to do that in Miami. So, and they know that. They know they're probably going to get the Warriors version of Jordan Poole. So you got people on the team now you need to weed out. I think it's a process. They're in a good. I think they have, Kalab. What's his name?
Oh, he's talking about young fundamentals.
Young fundamentals.
Bilal Coulibaly.
Bilal Coulibaly. Thank you. I think they have a couple of pieces. They just got to build, and I think they'll weed out what they need to weed out, whether that's Kuzma and Poole or Kuzma, whoever it's going to be. It's just a process, but I don't think you can bring. Like I said, I'm not going to say it's not solid guys there. Solid guys here. You just got to be careful who you bring in because they can set your team back. But the names that were named, Kemba Walker has proven that he's a cancer.
The key to this whole situation with the Wizards is we can't undermine the process. And Kyle Kuzma is the guy that's going to fetch you the most back. You're not getting anything for Poole. So if you're going to move somebody this all season, you move Kuzma. And I saw a deal where they were talking about Kuzma for Josh Giddey out of OKC to give him a change of scenery, and draft picks. You need to get picks, huh?
Too many high schools in the area.
See, I was trying to avoid that, but no. The difference is when you get a Giddey, you're not getting Giddey to. You're getting Giddey to see. All right, can we fix him? And then you're also getting the picks. It's all about like the Wizards moves from now on is all about what they can get back. Can they get a Danny Ainge trade for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett where the Nets gave them their future? This is what the Wizards are looking for. Or something similar. They're looking for something where Danny Ainge, I guess, what was it? The Utah trade and where they got all those assets. Like we're trying to collect assets in every trade that we get or we have in this thing. And that's going to define the Wizards dynasty and the Wizards legacy going forward. I just hope that I'm not shaking my fist at clouds when they get good and I can actually enjoy having a basketball team in my city, be good. I love my Lakers to death, but I would definitely would love to see the teams that in this area. Doesn't matter the sport or if I root for them. I like them being good.
I agree with that. I love to see the hometown team do good. I love to see the Nets win. I'm a Caps fan, so that's a bonus. I love to see the Wizards win because when you're in a winning city, and even when every team in the city wins at one time, it's like the city buzzes. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I just threw names out there. I wasn't saying these guys 100% go get these guys because these guys can win. I'm just talking veterans that haven't played in the league in a while. You don't have to pay a whole bunch of money for, and they're just veteran guys. And they have some sort of talent. I mean, I'm not saying go out and go get a Jay Crowder because this team couldn't handle a Jay Crowder. They couldn't handle a Montrezl Harrell. Those two guys are too fiery for them. They can't. They can't. Oh no, my stussy hurts. Don't talk to me like that.
You know who was crazy? You know who would be a good veteran or a good guy to bring around? Somebody they had, JaVale McGee. I'm just saying because he's working with the kid in Dallas now. You listen to him talk, he got his head on his shoulders. Like the veterans that we had everything's changed. Everything's evolved. And it's not the same Moses Malone. It's not Charles Oakley. It's not those guys. It's not John Starks. It's not, Bill Cartwright coming in to talk sense into people. And it's not that. So what KG is thinking, with these guys in the shape, it's not like that anymore. You have to bring guys in here that has had success that have their head on straight. Like I said, you listen to some of these guys, and it's just like, that's why you never won. Okay, because your mentality is the way it is. Jeff Teague. So yeah, it's like you can have all the talent in the world. All the talent in the world. You got talent. We've seen it on the playground. We've seen it in the NBA. You can get average. You can get 15, 20 in the NBA if you got talent. But if you don't have that mindset, I listened to a clip the other night about Kobe, why he started lifting. Why he started lifting. He was like, Mike's lifting, and he championship. And he named like Mitch Richmond. He named somebody else. I can't remember. But he was like, they got the body, but you could tell they're not lifting. That's the mentality. I know we bring up Kobe's mentality, that Mamba mentality, but when you don't have that mentality to win, to want to, it's like...
it's funny you even bring that up, because I used to get in arguments because everybody during the first run with Shaq and Kobe, everybody used to disrespect Kobe and be like, "Oh, you could just put anybody besides Shaq and they win the title." And I was like, "No, you can't," because it's a mentality that Kobe had that a lot of these guys don't have. And the first person I used to always bring up, and this is going to be, it's Vince Carter. I was like, Vince could never win a title with Kobe in place of Kobe, because Vince didn't have that mentality to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It takes a special dude to be the second dude, but still attack the position as if you want to see the end of the team you're playing. Like, you just want to just get them over. You want to take out their hearts. And like what's that? It's like a kung fu movie where the dude reaches in the guy's chest. He takes the heart out, and he like shows him his heart beating as he's dying. Like that's Kobe's mentality, and you don't have that. We don't have those type of guys. And like, even with the talk about Anthony Edwards being like Mike, like, when I watched their post games, I knew they weren't going to win. And like, I didn't say it on the show, but I was just looking, and like the joy that he and Cat had when they won ball games annoyed the. If we could go back and find that Kobe Bryant, the clip. It's Kobe Bryant on I think it's on either Jimmy Kimmel and Ronnie Turioff, Nick Young. They hit like the game winner, and they show it to Kobe, and Kobe has that face, that mug. That's the difference.
And what did Jimmy Kimmel say to him? That wouldn't happen if you were there. No.
Hell no. Nah.
And what did I just say? And that goes back to what I was saying. Certain people are there that you don't get that stuff.
Yeah, and I know y'all talk about Jordan Poole, and I think Poole's problem is Poole had too much success too early, and he didn't understand that he was nibbling at the teat of greatness with Steph and Clay. So he didn't understand like the fact that it was their greatness that made him good. He thought it was all him. But he was getting shots and he was getting opportunities that you won't get when you're not playing with these same great athletes.
Kevin Durant. Let me get some water.
You might as well go. You just empty the clip. Bradley Beal. You want to say your Bradley Beal piece? But yeah. Also, outside of basketball questions, ladies softball, College World Series, I got Oklahoma winning the whole thing.
Again?
Yep.
Antonio Boone from the last time, he said you stood 10 toes down on that soapbox. Mavs win this series. Think about all the great players the Wizards had and that were traded away. I was talking about that the other day.
Who? Who?
What do you mean who?
Who? Who are the great
They had great pieces. Not
no. So here's where everybody goes. And this is, you know what? We gonna do this. Because you're gonna talk about Ben Wallace. Ain't nobody think Ben Wallace is gonna be Ben Wallace.
But
You
didn't
didn't
know
even
that.
think Ben Wallace was gonna be Ben Wallace.
No, didn't know that. Ben Wallace is not the go-to.
Rasheed Wallace. Okay, they traded him in haste because there was this whole thing. All right, Juwan Howard they kept for some god unforeseen reason
because they got rid of they had to pick one, and Weber was the baddest of the bad boy. I think West got tired of
Weber lived in Fairfax.
Yeah,
so
Weber,
that was his problem.
Big West got tired of Weber.
I thought he lived in Fairfax.
I thought it was Mitchellville too.
Yeah, because I remember
somehow he was in Fairfax when he got one of the tickets.
Chris, if you watching, send us your old address in the comments, man.
yeah, make that work. What else? Go ahead. I just don't think this team I don't think the Wizards trade away great players. I think they just trade away pieces because they weren't great here.
Pieces that can sit on your bench. What if we had the best piece that got traded away, won the championship? Caron Butler,
Antoine Jameson.
Nah, I would give it Caron.
But I'm giving it to both of them because they didn't want to break up the big three.
Yeah, cry me a river. I'm not losing sleep over either one of them.
Because all you had to do was add pieces to the big three. What? They were good.
Big three. They wasn't a big three.
What word? Okay.
They were a good three.
They were an okay three at best. Nah, man. Yeah. Have fun with this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Antonio Boone says not Malik Beasley. Mike Beasley. Bring him in.
For what?
Nah.
Veteran leadership. Like he's
unless you want to see Amir Dime on the sidelines, and if you don't know who that is, go to Instagram, AmirahDyme. Thank me later. But yeah, if you ain't trying to see Amir Dime, there's no need to bring Mike Beasley in.
Okay.
And you're welcome for that ad. I'm just gonna let you know now. Because once you add her and you go back in the history of her picks, have fun. I don't know. Take some time for yourself. Get you some lotion, whatever you gotta do. I don't know what you're into, but yeah, Amir Dime.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave that alone. We're gonna move on to the NHL playoffs.
That's all I'm saying.
The Florida Panthers have punched their ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals, beating the Rangers 4-2. They won yesterday 2-1 in Florida. Tonight, the Edmonton Oilers play the Dallas Stars in Edmonton. Edmonton is up 3-2, so a win tonight. They punched their ticket to the NHL, the Stanley Cup Finals. I believe Edmonton was your pick to win it all, was it not, Midnight Rider?
It is. It's the funniest thing is, like, I kind of got the West. Dog, hold on.
You got to have a Palmer's cocoa butter, baby.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I was not supposed to say.
Oh shit.
But no, yes, I took Edmonton. It's crazy. Like on my ESPN, the west side of my bracket has like 2 mistakes. And then if you look at the east side of my bracket, partially because I took the Caps because I was trying to get the Caps to the thing. But it's crazy how bad my East looks compared to how good the West looks for me. But yeah, I got Edmonton in 7 if they can get through this. Hopefully they finish it off because this series has been great. Like maybe it's because of Matty Ice. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Like just the information he's given us from a standpoint of when I watch a game, I can see the things play out. And even before the game, when I listen to the person singing the anthem, and I'm like, I don't think that's a good anthem. I don't think Matty Ice like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they sing "Oh Canada." And, I don't know how that feels on the Matty Ice level of them singing the anthem. But truthfully, I think Edmonton wins tonight. They've been the team that's put the pressure on Dallas. And the funny thing about it is when I watch the game, I hear Matt say things and it plays out. All right, so B, if you want to go ahead and say something before we do anything.
No, I don't have anything to add. I got to bounce. Unfortunately, but I'll be listening, fellas. Just want to say thanks to everybody that was in the comments and keep on keeping on. And I will see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday, baby. Because it's the Thursday night throwdown. Yeah.
Before I get off the air.
Hi.
My other one won't come say hi. I had this whole thing planned, but she won't participate. So it's she ruined it.
You know what? I forgot something. Go ahead, keep going. B, we'll talk to you later.
All right, I see y'all.
All right, brother. Matty Ice said the President's Trophy curse is still alive. 12-1 overall, but if Dallas goes out, I lose my champ. And Matty Ice said Dallas best road team in the regular season and playoffs, but how Edmonton played in Game 4 was really good. Was real good. And
Game 4 and Game 5, Edmonton locked in, and that's what I was getting to. I was like, I think the beauty, the gift, and the curse of Matty Ice being on the show is when I watch the games, I start seeing the things that he says. Like he was talking about, teams having their advantage, their special teams in terms of the power play or the power kill. That's one of the things that stood out to me. And I think that's what made these series, when I paid attention, made them riveting. Is I could see the conversations we had on the show play out in the game itself. So now it's like it's almost like that aha level that thing that happens. It's not like Spider-Man pointing at each other. It's more like okay. And that's the case. And honestly, when I watched Florida play, like Florida dominated the Rangers in the offensive end to a level that I didn't even understand. And that's when I knew the series was over, because Matt told us that if Florida can dominate and not even on the special teams level, even on the 5-5, yeah. And that's what I saw. And it was just crazy. Like it's amazing when you get the analysis to match up to the gameplay. I'll say it that way.
here's something for you. Wait, before I go there, Duval Paul's a Florida Panther fan too, isn't he?
I don't know if he's technically a Florida fan. I know he moved to Florida. I don't remember his fandom, so I don't want to claim a team for him.
Well,
But we did go to a game. We went back in 1999. We went to the Florida Panthers. So I'm guessing that that would be his team. So we gotta get Duval Paul.
Yeah, Matty Ice said yes, he is. So we got to get Matty Ice and Duval Paul for.
You know what? Because my Tuesday is doubtful, so maybe we can reach out to both Matty Ice and Duval Paul and have them come in with you. And I jumped in late.
Got Jack on. When does the Stanley Cup Finals start? That's the question.
Well, no. So all right. So maybe we do Jack.
Got Jack on Tuesday.
So Jack and Matt on Tuesday, and then I'll be the probable. Because if I can get home in time, like if you start at 7:45, I can try to be the probable or the late guest at 8:15.
Well, Matty Ice said Saturday. That's when the stadium. So we can actually push it to Thursday and do Duval Paul and Matty Ice on Thursday.
But we got that other guy that's on Thursdays.
Well, he's gonna have to
I
jump
mean,
in
he's a
because
new guy. He's working his way in.
he's an FNG.
I'm just saying. I mean, we got the new guy. Do we want to have the new guy?
Matty Ice on the road again. He traveling to North Carolina on Thursday for graduation. Jeez, he did say Friday was graduation.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out something. Even if we got.
So maybe you do. This is what I think. I think you do Jack Card and Matty Ice on Tuesday, and then if we can get Duval Paul for Thursday, because I know I'm available Thursday, and then we got that other guy. You know, I don't know.
Just call him what he is. He's the FNG.
Yeah, but we can get him maybe, and that's how we do Thursday.
And Matty Ice just confirmed. He said he can do Tuesday with Jack. Tuesday I could do with Jack. Cool. And Matty Ice, let me tell you something. This has been a hell of a run. We started at All-Star break, then we came back for a trade deadline, and we did the start of the playoffs, and we've done after each round. You don't understand how grateful I am personally for this, because we didn't have this a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, he's made me better at hockey. So yeah.
Oh, Midnight Rider, I need that IG again before you close out.
AMIRAHDYME. And if you want, if we can tag on IG, I'll tag you. But Amira Dime is, man, she's one of the goats. And if we have to break it down, I got a Instagram top 5. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what you like, but I know what I like. I
Well,
gotta type.
We almost up against. Let's rapid fire through this real quick.
All right, cool.
Deontay Wilder gets knocked out in the 5th round yesterday against Zhang. Did you watch the fight?
What fight?
Okay, it really wasn't a fight.
I mean, honestly, I keep telling you, like, boxing for me has hit an all-time low for me, and until you give me some of these like 140 and 147 guys fighting each other, I don't think I'll respect boxing the same. No,
I'm looking at something, but I don't. The heavyweight division is Matty Ice says he heading out to the park now for 140 pitch. Yeah, he this is game 3 of his series. He got the whole weekend series, Guardians versus Nationals, and I think the Guardians are
let's talk about that real quick. That Guardians versus National series. First and foremost, the Guardians are doing what exactly, and if you watched our pre-baseball show, I said to you guys, if the Guardians can pitch, the Guardians will shine. They'll be in the hunt. If they don't pitch, their hitting isn't going to do enough for them. And if you watch this first 2 games of this series, Bibby and company have done their thing for the Cleveland. And the problem is the Nats don't have enough. But the Nats have pitched well enough to make the first 2 games interesting. And today's game is kind of a throwaway. So you want to see guys in the lineup. Hopefully the Nats put the shortstop that they got in the Rule 5 trade or Rule 5 deal. Hopefully he plays short today. You give Abrams a day off, and you get Riley Adams in the ball game. But the key to me watching this series is that Cleveland can pitch. Hopefully they don't have injuries, and they'll be in contention for the AL Central. The other issue is the Nats. They are a good team, but they are that one player away. Maybe it's James Wood. I don't know who it is, but there's one thing missing to make their offense click. And the crazy thing is, I've seen this lineup before where their lineup doesn't hit. And there's only, if you can get through certain parts of their lineup, you're good. And that's what's happening right now. And that's why they're struggling. That's why they're up and down. Go ahead, KG. I'm sorry.
Antonio Boom says he got it.
If you need more, boom, I got you.
Going back to the Wilder fight, Wilder got L's. He came in at 214 versus a 280-pound guy. He was never really a true boxer. That's a brawler. Time to hang him up, and I believe he is. 4 L's. Yeah.
No. It was the reason why I didn't buy the hype. When I watched him, Boone couldn't be more on point. Like I said the same thing. I was like, the second he gets in the ring with a fighter or a boxer, he gonna struggle.
Quickly, Reese versus Clark, round 1 was yesterday. Fever wins 71-70 over the Chicago Sky. Got chippy for a minute. Chinity, what's her name? Chinity, God, I done seen her name so daggone much I can't even remember it. But
don't matter, dog.
She knocked her down.
It don't
and
matter.
Somebody said something, and I don't know if it was.
Hey, this is one of these moments. I give a shout out to my guy, Courtney Flumo. She Flumo. Like she went out, I forgot the girl's name, but she got physical with her. She reminded her that basketball is a contact sport. And then Angel Reese gave Caitlin Clark a little shine too, and reminded her that basketball is a contact sport. And all I'm gonna say, basketball is a contact sport. And I loved every moment, every minute, every second, every hour of it. Yeah, they got the win. They deserve to win. But basketball is a contact sport.
Well,
and they actually played the game at the right time. They actually did this at the right time. The only problem is ESPN is going to have to, they shooting, and I'm going to say this in a nice way, but it's going to be very loaded. Pause. But ESPN has shot their load with the Caitlin Clark games. Like, they didn't play 10 games, and most teams are just on their 6. So I don't know how they're going to make this up on the back end of the schedule. If they're going to have a bunch of games in between or what it's going to be. But, yeah, Caitlin Clark team should be fatigued because they played the most games so far coming out the gate.
Well, they got they're playing the Commissioner's Cup right now, so be on the lookout for that. Last but not least, what you eating today?
I think because I really don't want to cook, but I think I'm stuck. So I think I'm making spaghetti. And if the kid is into it, I'm gonna do some burgers. So we've got onions already sliced up. So I'm gonna throw the onions in some burgers and some barbecue sauce and some other stuff. Maybe some Worcestershire sauce.
Some Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do it that way. And that's how I get the burgers made. And then if he wants to eat the spaghetti, he doesn't have to. But we can do the spaghetti for later on. Excuse me. And during the week. I think that's how I'm getting down.
Okay.
But shout out to Tyson's. Tyson's has the popcorn chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, them drinks is them bangers. Because if I have my way, we throw them on, and I ain't really got to worry about cooking until later. But I know I got to cook later, so it's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really right now. I don't want to cook, but I know I gotta cook. That's the bad part. What you got going on, KG?
I'm on the road today. So
okay.
That as soon as we get off here, I'm shooting out, going to gas up. I got some things that I need to take care of on the road.
I gotta take a shower or something. I mean, I don't know, bro. You said you got up like at 10:36. So
how long does it take the shower?
You might have to freshen up. I'm just saying, you might have to freshen
up. How long does it take the shower?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of showers you take.
I can wash my entire body in under 2 minutes.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You learn that when you go to boot camp, because if you take more than 2 minutes, they pulling you out soapy ass and all.
Well, I've never been to boot camp.
You learn those type things. That shit is instilled in you. So,
before we get out of here, Boone, if you still in the chat and you listening, I hope you follow Lady Tarzan Fit, LadyTarzan FIT, or you can leave the FIT off because I think she's also just Lady Tarzan. Just another Instagram model. I know some of y'all might be typing that in right now to try to figure. Yeah, lady, I'll tag you. Like dog. After the pandemic, the pandemic did a couple things, and one thing it made me good at was Instagram models. So yeah.
I'm gonna say, never mind.
I see it in your face.
It's kids watching. It's kids watching.
Yeah.
Yep. Once I find what I want, I don't need nothing else.
Yeah.
He said, I do now. Thank you. Antonio Boone says he's having lobster rolls today and mac and cheese.
Yo, you know what? There was a spot in in DC. It was called Molly McGee's. They used to do one of the best lobster mac and cheeses in the world. Excuse me. This is on camera, but bring your ass. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Woodbridge Vikings graduate hailing from parts unknown, Joshua Stephen Conti. Yo,
what's happening, man? Congratulations!
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean, did you kind of get it on like when you was going across stage?
Nah.
You get the funky chicken when you go across.
I was professional. I had to be professional. I couldn't do all that.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me dance going across either.
So Joshua, as a graduate of 2024, if you had to pick a parent that was the best parent of the two parents that you have,
we ain't doing that.
Not name your mom. Who's the best parent?
Y'all equal. I can't do that. Y'all equal. I can't.
Oh,
man. Let me tell you something. Give you a little piece of advice. It gets easier. This is not the end of anything. This is the beginning. Right. Does it get easier? Sometimes it's going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be rough. But ask questions. Lots of them.
Yes.
Don't be afraid that don't be a macho man and say, "Oh, I got this. I'm doing it on my own." Say, "I need help." Learn how to say, "I need help."
Yep.
I'm speaking from experience. I was so macho. I don't need no help. I'm good. I held on to so much stuff, man. If it wasn't for my wife and the boss BJ, I'd have put a bullet in my brain a long time ago because they knew I needed help, man. You don't have to carry loads by yourself. That's the best thing I can tell you.
I think that's the greatest thing you've ever said, KG, because like what we do, for lack of a better term, it echoes in eternity. Like who we are as men, who we stand on, what our benefits are, and even when you want to put Chick-fil-A sauce on a steak, I understand that, my failures as a father are your faults as a son.
Why do you have to bring that up?
Because he's not gonna let you live that down, man.
He's not. I know.
We gotta look into the game.
This is gonna be forever. He ain't never gonna let that go.
But here's the thing: if you go to a restaurant, high-end, I'm talking 5-star high-end, you order a steak, and you ask for steak sauce, that's disrespect to the chef.
Yep.
I learned that.
I used to cook steaks when I was in my steak cooking heyday. I would cook a steak, and if you used a steak knife, I got offended. So I would cook steaks on the grill, and like literally, I would hand you a butter knife on purpose. Because
But
if my
you got-
steak ain't butter knife tough, then we got a problem.
You got some people that like their steaks so tough that it's like eating a piece of leather, man.
So those are the people that they weren't trained on steaks.
They're
So
Philistines.
so with the Philistines is the greatest word ever. So I'll never forget. It's after the kid that got shot by what's the young kid's name? Martin. Is that his name?
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon. So after Trayvon, I think it's like around March, I go on a trip with a young lady that I was dating at the time. And we all had we were at Deep Creek, and like certain nights people cooked. And the night that I cooked was the steak night. And I cooked everything to medium. Big mistake, because a lot of people send steaks back like, oh, it's too bloody. Ooh, I can't do this. Oh my God. And he's like, I want mine well done. What? You want me to cook? I can't cook a well done steak on my grill. So oh my God, you don't even understand how much trouble I gave them people about a well done or a medium well steak, because it just didn't make sense to me, because you're wasting the good parts of the steak. But yeah, so I understand that people have their proclivities. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, my kid putting Chick-fil-A sauce on. Oh, we gotta cook food later.
Oh yeah. You still trying to do spaghetti, or you?
I mean, why you getting into your sexy boy voice?
What do you mean? I ain't doing much.
Why are you smoldering? You just smoldered.
I'm
not.
not.
Not talking about the smolder. That was a smolder. We got it on tape. We got you smoldering right there.
I'm not smoldering.
You smoldered.
I'm just talking.
But no. You know what you said?
No, I'm talking. I don't even mean to smolder.
That's you said that again, KG.
We're gonna cook that spaghetti though.
yeah, dog. He smoldered, dog.
I didn't smolder. I went.
That was full
That
fledged
all I said
smolder.
was, Dad, you want to cook some
No,
spaghetti?
you ain't say it like that.
What you mean I say it like that?
You said, Daddy, you want me to cook some steak today?
Yeah.
On camera.
I didn't say it like that.
So if there's any young ladies between the ages of 18 and 22, you know.
Yeah, your mailbag gonna be full this week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you was like, hey, Dad, we're cooking that spaghetti.
I can see it now. I can see the emails coming in. sidelinejunkies247@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's
and we'll
right.
forward it to Josh, and he'll answer your emails personally.
Exactly.
You gonna have them young girls. Can you say cook steak again, Josh? That's all you gonna hear. Hey, Dad, you gonna cook them steaks today?
You gonna
That's
cook them steaks today? Yeah.
All right, man. Antonio says, lean on your pops except during college football season. Lean on them then too.
Nah. The only reason he's saying that is because he want Josh to be a fan of that dude Barrett from Ohio State, who can't play quarterback and should have been a running back his whole career. But it's all good. JT Barrett, that's his name.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, again, congratulations to you, Josh, man. I hope everything that you want to accomplish, you get to accomplish. And just know that everything doesn't come overnight. It takes time. There's steps to everything. Everybody is like this want it right now type. Nah, it's steps. You got to take steps to everything. Some steps are smaller than others.
And another thing is, don't get lost in the journey because you're staring at the tree. Because there are times that the forest makes more sense than the tree ever will. Put it on the t-shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. For the boss BJ, who had to jump, Josh, Midnight Rider, I'm the big guy KG. Thank you, everybody. We don't do no overtime. We are out of here.